Good evening and welcome to Laney College here in Oakland, California. We are live here from Dr. Bill Riley Stadium as action is set to begin here on Stan Peters Field on Peralta TV. My name's Max Agress and I'm joined alongside my partner today, Lamon Loudgen.
Lugin, but
Lugin,
I
okay, so
appreciate
sorry,
the
we get there.
I appreciate the introduction either way, Max. It's the nightcap. I cannot wait for some exciting Laney Eagle football.
Yeah, we got a matchup between the 1-2 Laney College Eagles hosting the number 11th ranked 3-0 Monterey Peninsula College Lobos. And let's start out with the Lobos. They're riding a 14-game winning streak dating back to last year when they were an undefeated 11-0 in the American Division. And under first-year head coach and offensive coordinator Adrian Gallegos, they've started their run off here in the National Division 3-0 after surviving a thriller in Santa Rosa, winning that one 20-18. They're looking to keep up their streak. Freshman quarterback Simon Lopez is the engine. He's passed for over 500 yards, adding 232 of those on the ground as well. He leads the team in both categories, and the offense begins and ends with number 12. On the defensive side, sophomore linebacker Damian Naveau, man, he's been everywhere. Leads the team with 39 tackles throughout the first 3 games, which places him second in the state. Expect the Texas A&M Kingsville bounce back to come out, make his name known early and often today. As we move on to the Eagles really quickly here, Laney College coming off a 44-13 victory against Shasta. Their first play from scrimmage was a 60-yard rushing touchdown from Marcus Jones. The defense got 4 interceptions, forced 3 fumbles, and got 6 sacks. Their offense put up 405 yards. Expect a great performance today from DJ Duran, the sophomore quarterback, and expect on the defensive side Caleb Hampton-Purfoy, who's coming off a Defensive Player of the Week award, as well as Roman Gates to lead the charge. The table is set, action set here on the field, and we are ready to rock and roll. Laney College, their offense will get the ball first as MPC kicks it off left to right. The kicker is Joseph Fernandez. Fernandez has a leg on him, but he's kicking to two very dynamic returners in Jeremiah Ruffin and Tony McAdoo. Kick is up, and we are underway here from Oakland, California. The ball will bounce straight into the hands of the return man, taken out to the 10. Spins it back up the field, has some space along the sideline. Jump cut to the sideline, a lot of extra running, but the result will set up Laney College inside of their 20 to get it started out to the 18. So Jeremiah Ruffin gets us started. Last time we saw him take a kick, or last game I should say, he took one 96-plus yards to the house on back-to-back kick returns. And now we take a look directly into the sun as we get our first look at sophomore quarterback DJ Duran. Duran's going to work out with Jones. Fly sweep motion, they'll hand it off on the fly sweep early on. Jeremiah Ruffin taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Lose yardage out to the 12.
Play wasn't able to get set up right there. Blockers weren't able to find their man, and it's just a easy tackle in the backfield.
And that is something that Laney College was looking to go out there and make do to start the game. They wanted to attack those edges. That was a huge part about the game plan, and Monterey Peninsula College early on showing off that strong edge. A base 3-4 defense. They're coming out in the 4-man front, and they rush up the middle for Marcus Jones. No space there, only half a yard in the game. Tackle made by the inside linebacker and Kyler Tweeten. Tweeten, one of the leading tacklers of his team in his senior year of high school, 85 total tackles during that year. And just like that, Laney College facing a 3rd down and long. Send that fly motion once again. And it's going to be a false start, sending the Eagles back even more. This is not how you want to get yourself started.
Yeah, the Eagles look like they're falling asleep right now on offense.
Yeah, just these little mistakes start to compound, and you want to get off to a hot start. And it's actually going to be a penalty on the defense, so this is going to march them forward 5 yards. So a little bit of extra assistance here. It was an encroachment on the defense. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 here from the 19.5-yard line. Duran with that fly motion once more. And they'll take a traditional drop back pass. Stepping up in the pocket, the sidearm sling right towards the sticks. Flag comes in late. If this stands, it will be a 1st down on a pass to Jeremiah Ruffin.
To say great job, great pocket awareness from DJ Duran there. Felt the pressure coming from behind him, steps up and just zips it.
Yeah, those arm angles are something we've seen him have success with. And as that pocket collapses, he's able to come out here, change up those angles, and offsides will bring the offense back. So the penalties giveth and they taketh away. 5 yards given, 5 yards taken back. Now this is a hard situation. You already dug out of a 3rd and long. Now what do you have drawn up for a 3rd down and 15? We know that Laney College has a lot of speed across that wide receiving unit. Now let's see if they want to possibly take a shot down the field here. Inside of 8 seconds left on the play clock. Duran drops the ball, able to pick it up on the one skipper. Stepping up in the pocket, buying time. Duran pump fakes, he's gonna run for it. Out to the 25, Duran taken down short of the sticks. He was about 3 yards short on the play before he was brought down.
Yeah, the drive was just undone by mistakes by the Laney offense right there.
Yeah, you can't get in your own way, especially against a team that's 3-0. They're 3-0 for a reason. This will give us our first look here by Joshua Lyson. 4 punts last week against Shasta, had a 49-yard bomb that landed the opposition inside of their own 20. This one a lower wobbling kick that'll bounce down on Laney's side of the field. Eventually takes an Eagles bounce before coming back. And only, man, that's about a net of 22 yards on the punt. So not the best looking job by the sophomore out of Dublin. And the Lobos, for the first time, going to be able to get a hot start well inside of Laney territory.
Yeah, punt wasn't able to go that far. Blame it on that Bay Area breeze, partner.
That's how it is. Monterey Pacific, or Monterey Peninsula, I should say, definitely, you got to be used to it, especially down in Monterey. You got that breeze from their own peninsula, so both teams should be accustomed to it. And we're getting our first look from the far hash of Simon Lopez. He is the man that everything is determined by, the quarterback, the person in the driver's seat. Fakes the handoff, he drops the ball, able to pick it up, steps up, and he'll take a sack to start the game. That's exactly what you want for Laney College. Pressure and putting hits on the quarterback is going to be a big part of this game plan. And it just happens to help when the quarterback and the mesh point don't necessarily work out.
Pretty sure that was Brandon Harvey on that sack right there too.
So credit Harvey with the sack, and it's going to be 2nd down and 15, getting trapped behind the chains already, but they are in great starting field position in plus side territory. Lopez, another play action. Looking short, this one's low, a big hit after the play, but that's a bang-bang play, and it's 3rd down and long now. The target was Jesus Maciel, and got 3 balls on the year for the big tight end.
Yeah, Lopez didn't have much to throw with that amount of time he had in the pocket.
Yeah, the coverage.
Pressure was screaming in his face, had to get it out.
And the coverage was there over the top, too. This is a very young, developing defensive backfield for Laney. And they just keep getting better and better as the communication fixes. It'll be an empty look now for Lopez. Trips to the near side. Head-eye snap, bobbles momentarily, throws it over the post, and it's caught for the 1st down. Ball brought down to the 25-yard line, eventually taken down by the nickel corner in Mason Lovett. But that's exactly where you want to be. It was covered 2. You hit that post right there on the hash.
Yeah, Lopez threw it in the perfect position right there for that seam ball. Just right out the way to where it couldn't get picked off.
Yeah, covered 2, you're looking for those seams and you're looking for those turkey holes on that sideline. It takes a lot of precision to hit those sideline shots. We'll see if Laney sticks with this look. Quick pass down the sideline with the fade. Great coverage over the top. The intended receiver was Julius Robinson, but it's Marquay Kirkendall, the man on the coverage.
Tries to go for the quick score on the fade ball right there. Just great coverage overall from Laney.
And Kirkendall, one of those guys, a Division I talent, spent 2 years at New Mexico out of high school, got caught up in a little bit of extra business, and then now he's here over at Laney College. And one of the big things coming to this game is they need to get him quality snaps more than quantity snaps. They're talking about Kirkendall potentially getting fewer snaps, but able to keep his energy up. So something with the play clock trying to fix this one up. The officials wanting to see a change here, and the action will stop momentarily. But like you said, partner, the pressure is getting there for Laney early on.
Yeah. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Dominating your opponent, getting to the backfield, and getting that quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, pressure is a secondary's best friend, absolutely. And the first rush of the day will go on the right side. Enobong Worth brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be very difficult to get this running game started when really the defensive line and the front 7 is being this aggressive.
Yeah, sound deep, and not only they're being aggressive, they're playing sound too. Just watch how they're able to not only fill in the gaps, but get in there just to make the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, and when talking to defensive coordinator Coach Robert Crowley, talked about that defensive line is going to play a lot of games and really force you to be disciplined on that offensive front. Jet motion, and it's a play action fake. Time to throw this time, going over the top. That one's dropped in the bucket and dropped by the receiver. A perfect placement on that ball as he was attacking down the field to Ricky Gilroy, but incomplete. Just straight through that breadbasket. A rat had been chewing through it.
Yeah, Lopez tried to say, what's my favorite color? Blur.
Absolutely. He got a great jump. The coverage was there, but the placement on the ball was even better. So now it looks like it might be a field goal unit coming out. The long on the year for Joseph Fernandez is 36 yards. On this current spot, it'll be about a 44-yarder. You wouldn't necessarily go for a fake in this situation on 4th down and about 13 here, so we are going to see a long kick. The breeze is going partially into the direction of the kick right now as well, so he's going to need to put a lot of foot on this. Joseph Fernandez lining up here. No deep man to return it. They trust that he'll at least get it out of the end zone. Hold is clean, the kick is up. This one's got enough leg. Does it have the accuracy? And yes, it does. Defense got a ton of pressure, but some mistakes on some deep balls down the field forced Monterey Peninsula College to go for 3. And it's Joseph Fernandez on a career-long 44 yards.
Yeah, Lobos are happy with that drive right there. Stop the offense, give them a quick 3 and out, then go down and have your kicker just booted for the 3.
One was good from 50. You don't necessarily see those legs at the junior college level too often, but I feel like more and more these kickers have been getting better and better.
Yeah.
Credit that to YouTube, right? You can sit there, you don't necessarily need a good coach in the high school level. You can go on good YouTube University. Learn some great techniques.
Go watch some destroying.
Yeah, there you go. My guy destroying. Is he still with the Brahmas?
I don't know.
I think he got injured again last year. I think he popped a hammy or something. Man, imagine if he was in the NIL era. That'd be insane.
Yeah, there are time players who I'm like, who would make the most in the NIL era?
Got personality as well as the kick is coming the way of Jeremiah Ruffin once again. He'll take this one out to the 15-yard line. Picks up a block there, turns the corner to the 20. A jump cut inside out to the 30, and a nice return of 25 yards. But a flag in at the end of the play.
A little bit of laundry on the field as Jeremiah Ruffin nearly took that one for a score. Nearly had the hole right there. Just got plugged up last minute.
and the explosiveness of the athlete that we have there in Jeremiah Ruffin, a D1 bounce back from UC Davis. And UC Davis, my alma mater, a very premier program at the FCS level. Top 5 program, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So, you know, he has a lot of talent to be able to go out to the school up north. A holding call will bring his return back, and so the same starting field position now for Laney as is brought out to the 19. So let's see what adjustments this offense under Coach Hag is able to do. They had some success, but it was taken away on some penalties. It's Duran out of the gun. They'll continue to send these jet motions. It's Cho Sanders on the motion this time. That looks like a guard might have gotten a little too giddy.
Yeah, the offensive line just needs to stay disciplined right now. It's been costing Laney drives.
That one is called against the freshman offensive lineman, Giovanni Valverdier. So that one sends them up at 1st and 15. Same motion here with Cho Sanders across. Duran, time to throw. Steps up, throws over the top, tip drill, and too slow in the hesitation for Hendrick Luss Jr. That one was nearly a gift delivered out to the 26.
You know what, partner? I held my breath right there. That ball was hanging in the air for a little too long right there. I thought that was a pick.
Yeah, I think that's a pick any other day, but when the breeze is coming in like this, maybe it drifted a little too high in the air and forced a misjudge. But you live to fight another down, 2nd down and 15. Same motion here for Cho Sanders. Electing to go with the running game. Space out the left side. He'll just decide to go north and south, picking up a couple on the play. 3rd rush of the day there by Marcus Jones. Tackle eventually made by Broderick Johnson. Kick return or punt return already getting ready. We can hear them from the sideline as Monterey Peninsula College is right here in front of us. The lone game on this Friday evening on the 3C2A level. And this is just insult to injury left and right. You finally feel like you got your offense going after that explosion against Shasta where you score 44 points, but now it's just continuing shooting yourselves in the foot.
And it looks like they're just, it looks like one of those old cartoons where you just walk into a rake and it hits you in the face.
Yeah, that is not where you want to be. Too many dumb penalties called very early on. That's already the 3rd penalty of the day on Laney College. Reset the chains, and it looks to be 3rd down and 12 now. This time the false start was called against Bubba Tuika. So it'll be 3rd down and 17 now. Tight end tied off that right side of the line. Elijah Alexander, the converted quarterback from high school. And we'll see what this playbook has in store. Rolling out to his right. It's going to be run here for DJ Duran. Duran cuts it back up the field right along the original line of scrimmage and able to pick up a big chunk on the play, but not quite enough to get the 1st down. Steven Richardson, the defensive back, came up to make the play. And that's 2 3-and-outs to start the day for this Eagles offense. Let's see if they can get a better punt from Leiston this time. The deep man to return it is Hendrick Luss Jr., the defensive back. High, end over end punt. This one will drop down to the 35, taking a lateral bounce. The wind will carry it forward. Spotted down to the 39-yard line, so a lot better that time around on the punt.
Yeah, a lot better that time. Coach probably had to talk to him on the sideline and say, hey, man, we need you to boot it this time. And he finally did.
Absolutely. Leiston is a very capable punter, and he's also a capable coverage man. Played defensive end over at DVC last year. Had 15 tackles and a sack. So versatile athlete, changing positions here as he's switching shades of green. And the offense getting their first start on their side of the field. MPC had opportunities last drive, but they couldn't capitalize. The lineup with the tight bunch this time. Quick pass. They'll go for another deep ball down the sideline. Rejected. Great job there by Zion Johnson. Turned around, played the ball perfectly, and give him that no.
Yeah, put the seatbelt on him because that play was strapped.
Yeah, honestly. Zion Johnson, he has all the physical tools. Talking to Coach Rob a couple weeks ago, he says he's got a Sunday guy type of build, and that's as good of a compliment as you can get.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of getting the skills together as this one's given off to the right side. Space momentarily and eventually taken down. Great job wrapping up the play at the end of it by Marquay Kirkendall. Before that, it was Caleb Hampton-Purifoy able to drag him down. It looked like there was space, and then all of a sudden, it felt like the jaws clamped on him.
Yeah, it disappeared. I thought the Lobos O-line finally had one on Laney, but it just, the holes got plugged immediately.
So with the holes plugged up here, it's third down and about 6. Third down and 7 officially on the field. Another quick pass. Right at the sticks, comes back, loses yardage momentarily, but able to pick it up on the second effort. Corendis Poe, the freshman out of Red Mountain in Mesa, Arizona, able to come back and get his 5th reception of the year. And that's a connection I really expect Monterey Peninsula College to be able to use a lot. Simon Lopez, the quarterback, and Corendis Poe played together in high school, coming over from Mesa, Arizona to the Peninsula, now across Northern California to play some college ball. Sprint right for Lopez. Throw towards that sideline. Only a couple on the field, brings the ball out to the 49-yard line. The reception made there by Corendis Poe for his 2nd.
Yeah, nah. That's the type of relationship that can only be built through playing together in high school. You know, nobody trusts each other more than a quarterback and his receivers.
Absolutely, and especially so early in the career. This is only the 4th college career start for Simon Lopez. One thing we haven't really seen yet is Lopez try to use his legs. He's a very capable runner, had 8 rushes for 99 yards last week and 2 touchdowns, had a 61-yard TD on the very first play of this second half. So he is dangerous with his legs, but very comfortable passing on the second drive. Quick bubble screen to the far side, caught from Julius Robinson as he's able to pick up 7 on the play.
Number 24, David Bridgewater.
Hurrying up to the ball, a little bit of tempo here for Lopez. Handoff this time around, a jump cut right inside of the hole and able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, Laney was expecting another screen right there. Quarterback said, nah, hand it off.
First down picked up by Enobong Worth. So now the tempo is starting to affect this Laney defense. We saw it against Butte where the defense was just out on the field quite a lot, and a little bit of fatigue and that lactic acid started to build up, and what started out explosive started to kind of dwindle down a bit. So let's see how the conditioning test goes as this game continues on. Lopez firing down the near side. And this one thrown far too far ahead of Julius Robinson. They've tried Kirkendall a few different times and he's answered the call up to this point.
And Kirkendall had him burnt right there. Just a bit too much mustard on that pass.
Yeah, or like I say, a little too much mustard on that dog.
A little too much mustard on that dog.
Don't get me going with my Madden. I'm going to start talking about turducken.
I've always wanted to try it.
Hey, Thanksgiving is coming up sooner than later. Might be time to try it out this year. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Jet motion, it's play action fake, and the quarterback keeper up the middle, and that is what you want. Big 33 inside the defensive tackle, Braden Harvey, able to meet him in the backfield.
Yeah, plugged up them holes, stopped the quarterback run, get him parallel with the ground.
And it's going to be really difficult to try to get this quarterback running game going for the Lobos just because of the fact that they're queuing in on him. It doesn't matter. If he's a part of the running game, you're taking a hit, and that's the philosophy Laney's putting on. 3-man front here on 3rd down and long. Lopez from the empty set. Lopez rolls left, Rolling out, he's going to run for it. Flag comes in late. Lopez steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Able to pick up 8 on the play. And I think you have to take this holding call at this point if it is a holding call.
Yeah.
It's a little too close, and especially this far in, you can't let them get that down in the yardage. Talking to first-year head coach taking over is Josh Ramos, running the head coaching and the special teams after the long tenure of Coach Beam over here. And they will move this ball back all the way to the 50-yard line. Shifting up some receivers here.
After penalty, the ball is placed at the 50-yard line.
So instead of taking a 4th down and 2, it's now a 3rd down and 20 from midfield. Score 3-0 for the Lobos. Able to convert on a 44-yard drive last time. 5-step drop. Over the middle, intercepted at the 35-yard line. Some space along the 50, breaks a defender down out to the 40, has a convoy to the sideline, and it's a pick 6 for the TD. Caleb Hampton Purifoy attacking the ball, takes it coast to coast for the score. Laney's defense on the board.
Caleb Hampton picked the receiver's pocket like a thief in the night, just jumped that pass. And he said, "Mama, the street lights are on. I gotta go home. I gotta go home."
Setting up after that explosive play on defense. The kicker is Esteban Gonzalez Cruz. And Cruz cruises the ball through the uprights as it's 7-3 here at the 4:05 mark. And the kickoff unit for Laney College coming up. But hear me out. I understand this is amazing and your offense able to get a jump start by the defensive pick 6. The defense has been on the field quite a bit.
Yeah.
You got to worry about a little bit of conditioning in the situation. Maybe on this drive we'll see a little bit of those reserve units coming in, getting some reps to start.
Yeah. Longtime coaches told me that your defense is as good as their gas tank. So we're going to see what they look like in the 4th quarter.
I'm going to be stealing that one. I hope you know that.
You're going to steal that one?
Yeah.
I came up with that one right now.
Really? So you're lying about the coaches?
Yes.
Hey, you're the longtime coach in this seat, okay?
I'm the longtime coach in this seat. I lied, but it was a good line. I needed it.
Oh, no, that was a bar. You're spinning on a track, too, so, hey, works out. Ready to kick things off is Gonzalez Cruz after the PAT. We'll get our first look at the return team on kickoff return here. Low end-over-end kick. This one retracted all the way back, and no kick return in store. Sent them away. The ball will be spotted down to the 25-yard line. And let's see this defense once again. One thing you love to see about the skills there of Caleb Hampton Purifoy, he's a linebacker who's been a linebacker here at Laney College for quite a while now, but as one of those older players, he still has those DB roots in his back pocket. Back at Berkeley High School, he played defensive back the majority of his career there before making the switch up to the front 7.
Yeah, and those skills from backer to linebacker just transfer so nicely.
You can see it on the covered skills there. 3-man front. Over the middle of the field, this one corralled down by Julius Robinson. A 50-50 ball, a terrific job there by Robinson. Able to come back, attack that ball, get that inside positioning. They've been trying Kirkendall all day long. This is the first big pass given up. And the offense working momentum in the 2-back set. 2-back shotgun here from the 45. Give up the middle. And that one blown up. Anobong Worth just got lit up by Caleb Hampton Purifoy.
Lead tackle by number 8, KP Hampton Purifoy.
Purfoy's a great talent, man. He can play that outside linebacker spot. He can also shift inside to the middle.
Yeah.
Him and Roman Gates just eating things up in the middle.
Yeah, and that's what you want your linebackers to do. I love a linebacker who eats his steak with his hands.
What about ketchup?
No, nah. That's
Thank
where
you.
lost me.
Patrick Mahomes, if you're tuned into this random broadcast, yes, we're judging you.
You made my life a living hell.
Oh, as a Raiders guy myself, I can tell you yes.
As a
I
Niners
agree.
fan.
Deep pass down the middle of the field, has a step over the top. And just a miscommunication once again between quarterback and receiver. The placement on that ball just was not there for Lopez.
Yeah, receivers had him burnt there too.
Yeah, we've seen some good action from these receivers. It's just placing the ball throughout this win has been so difficult for the young quarterback.
It is 3rd and 10 from the 45.
7-3 the lead here. A big chunk play on first down for the Lobos. Now they're facing 3rd down and 10 from the 45. Eagles 45. Shotgun spread. Pressure looking like it's shown over the top in the too high shell. Give the ball in the jet sweep this time around. Able to turn the corner past the 40. Jumping over the defender out to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 15 on the play by Mark Harris.
It is 1st down, Lobos.
Yeah, Lobos were able to set the edge right there. Really get time for the runner to find room and turn that corner for a big gain.
Yeah, especially on 3rd down and 15. If you're going to go with the run play, you got to expect it to be a little more flashy.
A little more.
And that's exactly what we saw there on the end around. Moving the ball close to Laney Red Zone territory here as it's spotted down at the 31. Lopez another give. Space this time around, able to get a chunk of 5 on the play. Roman Gates came up to make the tackle with Marlon Hampton Purfoy. Marlon Hampton Purfoy coming off a great game on his own regard. 3 total tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. So now the ball will be spotted down. 2nd down and 5 from the 31. Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Quick pass down the sideline once more, fighting for it, and that's corralled for the touchdown. A fight over the top between safety and wide receiver, but at the end of the day, it's Horrendous Poe with a massive play for 7. First touchdown of the day for the Lobos.
Horrendous Poe, big body, the DB right there. Said, I'm 6'3", I'm bigger than you. Let me just push your little self off me, go up and grab it. I'm going to get my quarterback paid today.
Yeah, and when you're in that situation where both guys are fighting for the ball, you can't show off that physicality without anything coming back your way with some dirty laundry. A very clean drive set up. They were able to drive it 75 yards down the field here for the touchdown. And after knocking down a 44-yard attempt, the first extra point look for Joseph Fernandez. Fernandez able to clean things up very quickly. 10 for 11 on the year for the sophomore kicker out of Hollister. And that is a great answer for the Lobos after the pick 6. And what do we talk about? Just a little bit of fatigue possibly building up just by being on the field for so long. I expect Laney's offense to come out and try to get a little bit of an elongated drive. Up to this point, 2 3-and-outs to start.
Yeah, somebody take the offense to the gas station. Put some of that 87 up in them. Some of that.
Not
Chevron.
even that 91?
I'm cheap.
You don't got that foreign.
No, I don't got a foreign. I drive a pickup.
Hey, the pickup is in fad now, man. It's in vogue. Good old working man's car.
Mm-hmm.
Also, since when have F-150s been freaking $60,000 and also that big too?
Yeah.
Man, absolutely insane.
I drive a Chevrolet Colorado.
There you go. A nice little Colorado, that
Nice.
midsize.
Mid-size, all black interior. It is currently burning up in the heat, right in the sun right now. You know, I know my leather is gonna be like the rainforest when I get back to my car.
I got one of those shades that's like an umbrella, so you pull it out instead of spreading out. Honestly, best purchase I ever made. Prime Day's coming up. I do not get affiliate links though, so. Hey, if you guys want to send me some love for giving you that idea, feel free.
It's on the list of things I need to buy. I bought it used. There's a list of repairs that need to be made on it.
This one going to be a long kick far throughout the end zone after a penalty brings the ball up to the 50-yard line to start. Now we'll take a look at this Laney offense for the third time. They had opportunities to try to set up some plays, but flags took them away. That's been a trend throughout the first couple games now.
Yeah, the offensive line, they're just kind of in their own heads right now. Not really able to make a play without some laundry coming on the field. I want to see what they're able to do this drive, where it's just going to be more of the same.
And with the defense giving you a little bit of breathing room instead of a 10-0 game, it's a 10-7 game. So you got to feel like you got to hold up your end of the bargain at this point. Under center for the first time today is DJ Duran. Heavy set to the right side on the 12 personnel. Stretch, net right at the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the defensive back, Hendrick Lust Jr.
Yeah, offensive line just needs to move bodies out the way. That is what you guys are paid to do.
You know, no NIL here at the junior college level, so not paid,
Well,
but this is what you've been brought here to do.
This is what you're brought here to do. I know it's a junior college level, but we may slide you $1 under the table.
Get you a protein bar.
Some McDonald's money.
There you go.
Even though McDonald's is pretty expensive.
I know, man. For real. Couple yards on the second carry there by Marcus Jones. And it's third down. Clock continues to run down here, so if you do keep the clock running, you will be able to set it into the half before you got to punt away. So despite the fact that we're getting right back into three and out territory, you do give a little bit of a moment for that defense to get that heart rate lowered. Motioning the tight end to the right side is Alexander. Sprint right. Sets up, down the sideline, off the fingertips, came back for the second attempt there by Joe Sanders, and he lost that one into the sunlight. The sure hands of Joe Sanders unable to convert, and the clock will stop here with 28 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Sanders had the light in his eyes, saw the one and only Lord and Savior said, and couldn't quite reach for the ball right there.
Yeah, and something to factor in as well at the JUCO level, you can't wear those tinted visors, so if you do got a visor, it's that clear coat, and it doesn't help you at all with the sun beaming down on you. High winding punt, forcing the returner to track back, and he'll field it down inside of the 30-yard line. A cut back inside, breaking one tackle, dragging another out to the 42-yard line. 12 yards on the return. Great job there by Hendrick Lust Jr. on the return.
Return by number 7, Hendrick Lust Jr. Defended by number 1, Peter Boyd. Auto placed on the 43-yard line. It is first down Lobos.
So 45 yards on the punt, 12 yards on the return for a net of 33 yards on the play. This will set up the Lobos with potentially one more play here in the opening frame. First down and 10 from the 43. After getting that beauty dropped into the bucket to Poe, they'll hand it off one time and call it an end to the frame. 1 yard rush on the play. Yes. Eventually he was brought down by Caleb Hampton-Purifoy, getting quite a few tackles up to this point.
Yeah, say what you want about the Laney defense, but one thing they can do is stop the run.
Yeah, and expect them to do a lot of that physicality on display on both sides as it brings us to the end of the first 15 minutes of play. 10-7 the score here. Monterey Peninsula with a touchdown on a deep ball as well as a 44-yard field goal and a 70-yard pick six, or a 60-yard pick six, I should say, by Caleb Hampton-Purifoy for the score for the Laney Eagles. And we'll send it to a timeout here on Peralta TV. Back here on the field, as we take a look at the second 15 minutes of play. It'll be second down and 9 for this Lobos offense right at the 45-yard line. They've only had to start from the 25 one time today. They've been gifted some terrific starting field position up to this point. And Now it's Lopez with the handoff, bounces back really far, puts his foot in the dirt as he takes a lick right at the original line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for now he'll lose half a yard on the play.
As bodies are tripping over each other.
And it's the defensive tackle, Braden Harvey, on the second attempt, able to make the tackle.
Tackle by number 33.
Braden Harvey's having himself a pretty good game right now.
Oh, absolutely, especially as an interior guy.
Yeah.
As a former inside defensive tackle myself, when you're coming up and you're getting those tackles on the second and third efforts, that's exactly what coach wants to see. Not giving up on the play, just giving full flight effort. 3rd down and 9 from their own 44. It's a play action fake, a pass towards that near sideline. And that one had no chance. Julius Robinson was tackled immediately by Trey West. And that'll be a punting situation here for the Lobos potentially. But it looks like the offense might want to go for it.
Yeah, they're feeling confident. You score, you get a field goal, you're ahead. And you know for a fact, even if the offense does have to come back out, guess what? The defense has been stopping them. Coach is probably feeling emboldened right now.
3 straight 3-and-outs for Laney's offense. So the Lobos are just laying their dice on the table right now. Trips to the far side. Lopez out of the gun. Snap is off. Towards the near sideline, off his chest. Instead of catching it with his hands, Julius Robinson tried to bring it in on the outstretched arms. And that'll be a turnover on downs as Laney College crosses midfield for the first time today, spotted down to the Lobos' 47-yard line.
Yeah, receiver looked real mad about that one, slamming his hand into the turf. He wishes he could have that one back right there.
And once again, now that the Lobos are going towards this side of the field, when you turn back, the light is in your eyes, and it is difficult. So it did bounce off his chest, but at the same time, possibly the light making an aspect of this. Out of the 2-back set, not looking for the ball, was the tight end off that right side. Alexander would have been in for 6 if he whipped his head around in time.
Pass incomplete. It's 2nd down Laney.
New back into the backfield is Vashawn Johnson, the fullback they bring in here in this package, Felipe Bears.
Yeah, Julius Escort, the freshman, was just not ready for that pass right there. Didn't even have his head turned by the time the ball came out.
And now it's 2nd down, high snap handled well. Durant pressured, fires downfield, coming back for the ball, and he was held, no flag, however. Incomplete pass as they were targeting Jonah Dixon down the field. Pressure came up the middle by Malachi Brown. And now trying to avoid a 4th straight 3-and-out is Laney's offense. They have not completed a pass up to this point. Durant's with the draw play. Spins out of the first tackle. Pressure continuing to stay over the top. A suplex at the end of the day. Broderick Johnson throwing some WWE on top of it.
Yeah, the draw plays are just one of those plays that just feel like they never work. As somebody who's ran them in Madden, college football, they never work, and I'm getting stopped in the backfield for negative yards like it's happening right now.
Honestly, a draw play in that situation is the right call, but just a really good job by the defense able to step up and really be aware of this situation. Down and distance is always the first question you got to ask if you want to be a great ball player. Leiston comes out for his 4th attempt of the day. This one, a low end over end kick, bouncing down at the 10-yard line. Takes a Laney bounce, and it'll be spotted down at the 8. Good job there by Leiston. That'll be a 46-yard punt if my mental calculations are correct. And this is going to be the first time that we're seeing the Lobos have to fight out of their own side of the field on the shadow of their own end zone. Laney's defense getting a little bit more of a breather. But unfortunately, the offense has not supported them. Operating out of the gun once more. Power to the right side. following that pulling guard forward for a gain of 2 on the play. 9 able to make the tackle after the rush. I believe that is actually just 33, Braden Harvey.
Down, Monterey.
Yeah, Harvey once again put another tackle on the stat sheet.
Haven't seen another running back up to this point. It's been all Ebong Worth. And yeah, really good job from the interior defensive lineman. The freshman out of Spokane, Washington, former defensive MVP on his team, a first-team all-conference selection his senior year. And you can see that talent on full display. Quarterback keeper, on the fly sweep. And he's able to pick the ball up about 1 yard shy before Caleb Hampton Purifoy got there. They will give him the first down. No, so the chain gain moved, and they will say it is a first down. Quick bubble screen to the far side. Hopping through defenders was Ricky Guillory. Guillory able to pick up a nice little chunk of 4 on the play.
Yeah, Lobos are playing with high tempo, just trying to catch the Laney defense off guard and try to rip out one of these high yield plays.
A lot of man-to-man coverage today for Laney College. They've been really playing an aggressive brand of defense up to this point. Part of the reason why they have been pretty decently successful. Lopez across the middle, and it's caught on the post. Breaks one tackle before being taken down at the 40-yard line. Went right back to Ricky Guillory, and Guillory able to pick up the first down. Eventually brought down by Caden Bridgewater, the free safety, but that is a chunk gain of 10+ yards.
Yeah, Guillory could have salsa danced in the middle of the field with how open he was right there.
Ball will be spotted down to the 40-yard line, and a nice looking drive already up to this point for Monterey Peninsula. Another give up the gut, some space this time around, breaks free for a gain of 11 on the inside rush.
First real big run that the Lobos have gotten.
It is first down, Lobos.
But I feel like the defense was selling out for the pass this time, and the Lobos just switched it up on them.
Ashton Murphy, the new running back in here, and he'll get the ball again. Find some space along the right side of the line, out to the sideline, and the young freshman's got some juice in those legs. Back-to-back first down rushes. The freshman running back out of Peso Robles, one of the local high schools in the area, quite a lot of players from that roster. And a blitz off the right side as they try to go back-to-back-to-back. Stop for only a gain of 2 this time.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
What's the third time?
You can't get fooled after the third time.
Oh, is that how it is?
I feel like.
Ashton Murphy, a nice little spark here. And now on second down from Laney territory. Defense needing to fill some of these holes. The running game is not crazy here for the Lobos. A lot of outside zone, some split zone, power sprinkled in here and there. Play action fake. Lopez spins out of it, able to catch a block. Looking towards that sideline, slides down as a late hit comes in. No flag on the play. Able to get close to the mark to gain. And that is the dynamic ability and the dual threat of Simon Lopez on display. Able to pick up that ball spin out of a couple different pressures down to the, the 31.
Yeah, I almost felt my phone charge right there. That run was electric. I did not know he was that fast.
Yeah, he is an ATH at the quarterback position. 2 running backs here. Lead blocker in front of him. A shuffle, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Anagong Worth on his first carry of the drive. It brings up 4th down. Bring in some big bodies. They're bringing an extra offensive lineman and a tight end. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and a yard and a half. They'll bring back in Ashton Murphy. He's had the success only standing at 5'7", he's able to slip through those holes.
Yeah, little body, can just squeeze through them small holes right there and make a big run out of it.
12 personnel out of the shotgun. They will give it over the back. A little hesitation in the backfield, able to pick up the first down off that right side of the line. Barely squeaked through. But when you're 5'7", you can squeak through some of those small holes before being taken down by the defensive tackle, Braden Harvey.
It is first down, Lobos.
Braden Harvey's had his name all over that play. Unfortunately, it does go for a first down. Staying in this heavy personnel in the 12 personnel. Look, 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and they'll pass. A deep shot down the sideline, well contested, coming back for the ball and did not finish the catch. That is what you want to see. Trey West fought through it. It didn't matter that it was into the hands of Correndus Poe. You got to control the catch all the way. You got to bring it to the ground.
Yeah, you got to have control of it to be considered a catch. Correndus Poe had it on his fingertips, couldn't keep it. Almost made another highlight-worthy play right there.
And that's the target they've been looking for. When Kirkendall is in, they've been targeting him, and now Trey West comes in and he answers the call on his first pass going towards his direction. A couple of years removed from high school, gray shirting and spending a year over at City College of San Francisco a year ago. A quarterback keeper. And Lopez able to pick up a gain of 7 before Caden Bridgewater able to bring him down.
Run defended by number 1, Caden Bridgewater.
Simon Lopez, man, it feels like the moment he decides to take off and run, he's moving at a different speed.
Yeah. We're over here at 1 point speed. He's over here in 5. I can't keep up with him.
A couple linemen in the booth. I don't expect us to be able to, right?
No.
Come on. I was a big boy inside. I'm an athlete. Screen pass across the middle and another drop ball. Julius Robinson wasn't able to pick it up. Flag late on the play. It might be a roughing the passer. Holding his hands up was Marlon Hampton Purvoy, saying, I didn't do anything, but unfortunately, it will be a personal foul. Personal foul goes against Marlon Hampton Purvoy, and just when we thought Laney College might be able to get off, the boogeyman in the washing machine throws out some dirty laundry. It's going to be first down inside of the 15-yard line now.
Yeah, everybody likes a zebra until a flag goes against them.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they like the officials, whether it's good or bad.
Well, anybody likes the official when the penalty isn't going towards them.
Okay, I'll give you that one. From the 12-yard line, dropping back, rolling right, eyes downfield, pressure comes late and nearly throws another pick, threw that ball away, but it was just off the outstretched fingertips of a defensive back that looked to be Zion Johnson there.
It was Zion nearly dove for it. Tried to use all of that 6'2" frame to reach for it. A little too low for him.
Yeah, so eventually a good throwaway. Lopez 1 touchdown, 1 interception up to this point today. Having a nice start to the day with 144 yards passing. Jet motion across the middle. And a shovel pass up the middle. This one goes over the tight end as he's able to pick up 5 yards on the play. Juggled the ball momentarily. We've been seeing that a lot, the inside shovel pass over the tight end. But it looks like on 3rd down, the heavy personnel will come back out there.
Yeah, Lobos over here coming out with some trickery. You know, they like to fake the jet pass where the QB runs or the runs in general up the middle. This time going for the shovel pass. And it's been working.
Weston of Viles comes in as the secondary tight end. He's listed on the roster as a defensive end. Another QB change as well. Steps up on the right side and he's smothered. It was Harold Lust the second coming in for his first snap of the year, and he's taken down immediately.
Yeah, great job right there. Just shooting the gap, finding the quarterback, wrapping him up and stopping his momentum so he can't gain any yards right there. And it's 4th down.
It's fourth
What
down,
will the
Monterey.
Lobos do?
It looks like they're going to send out the kicking unit. That's a really interesting look, though. I wonder if something possibly happened to Simon Lopez, because if you're bringing in another quarterback into the situation, oh, they're actually going to go for it here. Fourth down. Lopez is back in. Over the top, this one's complete. Finds the sideline, cuts it up, jump cuts inside, it is in for 7. Lulling the defense to sleep on the long rotation. The amount of bodies they brought in, we thought it might be special teams, but instead, it's the Lobos able to convert on 4th down and 6, and they collect 6 on the play. Julius Robinson makes the reception and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, Robinson just showed great speed on the outside there, trying to get as deep as possible. And then once he was getting stopped, he said, forget it, I'm going to try to dive in it. And he did, and he got in there for the score.
The kick here on the PAT is in. Yeah, a little bit of Trey Songz there. I heard it in your voice.
I nearly put the high note on it.
Give it to me next time, okay?
I'm a dive in it.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. I don't sing.
Hey, I respect the effort, though. You said it with your chest.
It's that singing in the car type of voice with nobody else in there.
Hey, what I always say for singing, you don't have to be good. You just got to put your chest into it. You got to give 150% effort and let it be.
You got to have confidence when you do it, or you will just embarrass yourself.
It's okay. It's not like hundreds or thousands of people are watching this today. You know.
Oh, man. I'm cooked.
Nah, you're all good. You said it with your chest.
Not like I can just go home
and hide.
Yeah, rest of my life.
Yeah, we won't see the daylight anymore.
No. I'm a vampire.
Trying to get a look on the return man out there. It is Jeremiah Ruffin, and I believe that will be Tony McAdoo. Including the ball away, Joseph Fernandez. It's a ton of leg under this. And it looks like it's 10 returning it. He's going to take it out of the end zone, has some blocks, has some space. A flag comes in late, and that is a decision that Laney will want back. We talked about the special teams jump-starting the offense, but as this ball gets spotted down to the 14-yard line, likely going to come back another 10 yards on the hold. The return on the play was eventually made by Jonah Dixon, the wide receiver, as it looks like Tony McAdoo is still out for this one. That is a difficult situation to be in on his first kickoff return of the year. You want to make a big play, but
should have just took the knee.
Yeah.
I know coach is looking at him like, what are you doing? You were in the end zone.
And then being marched back even further. Holding call will spot them back. It's not even half the distance to the goal. It's the full 10 yards.
Put him at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line right there.
All spotted down at the 5-yard line. Laney's offense having no success up to this point today. One high safety shell, they're loading up the box. Fakes the handoff, the throw across the middle of the field into triple coverage. They were targeting Elijah Alexander. Trevor Ferguson was one of the 3 players inside for the Lobos.
Yeah, they had him in triangle formation right there. Didn't even let him get any space to breathe before he had a shoulder pad in his side.
Talking about triangles, man. Different type of football. That's football when you see all those triangles forming, trying to break the defense down. 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass. The quick screen out to the far side. No space to go. Joe Sanders just trying to get your athletes running in space. But eventually it was Steven Richardson, the freshman defensive back, able to make a big tackle for a loss of 5 yards. Everybody talks about how nice a sack looks, but that is arguably more beneficial to your team than a sack.
Yeah, Richardson was able to just get off that block and just stop him in the backfield.
7 points for Laney College up to this point after an interception return for a touchdown by the defense. Caleb Hampton Purfoy. It was a 68-yard return for the touchdown, but unfortunately for the Eagles, that's more yardage than their team has been able to put up on the offensive side today. Coming back in the jump ball through his hands. Trying to high point it was the 6'4 sophomore and JP Zamora. Hendrick Luss was lost, but just a little too much air underneath that duck and it shot down. Laney College having to boot it away once again.
Yeah, Zamora had that one, went through his hands in his face mask. He probably was able to kiss the ball before it hit the ground right there.
That one just kept floating and floating and floating, and that was so hard to judge. Quick punt. Low one fiddled down to the 35-yard line, some space along the near sideline, eventually hawked down. Hendrick Luss Jr. picked the ball up with momentum and was able to get another 15 yards on the play before being brought down by Stephen Richardson. And the Lobos once again with 3:08 remaining, knocking on the door again and again.
Lobos are just putting on a clinic right now. Not only on offense, but on defense too. Really keeping this Laney, not only offense, but defense guessing of what they'll do next.
Tight bunch in the near hand side. Looking out in that trips. Likely going to be man-to-man coverage. Instead, it's a zone pass over the top, hit down hard. A bang-bang play as they targeted the tight end, and in coverage, making the tackle for Laney College was Sharky Tamale. Sharky ended up getting an interception last week, so when the Eagles come out and they go with their 4-man front when they switch to a 4-3 front, Sharky is that middle linebacker. He is such a physical, instinctual player, and that's why I think they make that switch in this situation. A little bit better on the defensive front with those 4-down linemen, and you bring really just your dog inside to lead the charge.
And that's what you need in a situation like this. Lobos are in scoring position. You need your guys who are not going to keep their heads down. They're going to go in there and look to hit somebody.
So when the Lobos are barking, you bring in the shark, right?
Yep. Bring in Jaws.
Tight formation, 2 receivers split out each way, and they'll give it off on the jet sweep. On the fly sweep, space to the 10-5, spins around, reaches through, touchdown! Mark Harris might have fumbled the ball at the end of the play, but did he get into the end zone first?
If he fumbled, Mark Harris with a beautiful run.
So they'll call him short on the play, but it looks like the offense might have fallen on top of it. The offense stays on the field, so that might be it.
Yeah, Mark Harris, a beautiful run right there. Showed all the speed in the world, put on a beautiful spin move, looked like a ballerina out there, and just tried to reach the end zone.
The offense will stay onto the field as the ball spotted down to the 1. Another fly sweep action, and this one stopped short. They went this time to Ricky Gilroy, and Gilroy was stopped at the half-yard line.
It is 2nd down, Monterey.
2nd down and goal. As the ball spotted down to the half-yard line. Haven't decided to go with that heavy personnel. They'll line up with the 2 back. No, and this miscommunication will give Laney's offense, or Laney's defense, pardon me, a little bit of breathing room as this will march it back 5 yards on the illegal substitution. Annabong Worth was just caught in no man's land.
Yeah, defense was looking a little claustrophobic right there.
And these are the weird situations where when you have some great athletes up front, you actually feel comfortable in these situations because you feel like they're run, but now you give them a little bit of breathing room, and the pass is more so an option here for Lopez. Lopez sprints right, quarterback keeper all the way, but the defense snuffed it out. Sharky Tamale, those instincts on full display. And that'll give us a little breather here as we reach the 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout, and we'll take the timeout as well here on Peralta TV. Back here on the field after the too many men on the field penalty. That'll bring out the offense on 3rd down and goal here from the 5-yard line inside of 2 minutes to play. Ashton Murphy, the man who has got this drive jump started, will be the man in the backfield. Heavy personnel, extra offensive linemen and tight ends all strewed about. Fly sweep and the give. Nope, it's a pass. That is incomplete to Julius Robinson. So a lot of extra motion there on the eye candy. The Eagles stayed through the air, forcing an incompletion, and now the kicking unit will come out.
Yeah, Lobos were hoping to dial up the RPO there. Quarterback saw the run was getting stuck, tried to throw it to the flat, and it was covered too, as we see the field goal unit come on.
A really good job getting the stop in that situation with some assistance from the flag here, but holding this Lobos team to 3 after this offense has had so much success the last few drives. That is huge. Low snap bobbled, the kick still off, and it does split the uprights here. So it's 20-7 on the scoreboard with 1:52 remaining. 3 timeouts apiece still on both sides. And this offense needs to get something going on. Up to this point, 5 drives, 5 punts, only mustering up 14 total plays. And for a team that seemed like they found their groove last week against Shasta, putting up 400+ yards. Yes, Monterey Peninsula is doing a good job defensively, but I think you just can't continue to shoot yourselves in the foot and expect to have some success.
It just feels like Laney's offense are like in their own heads. It's like you had a long day at work and you're just going to sleep at the wheel while trying to drive home. It's a car crash waiting to happen.
When you're on the field, a car crash is something that happens every play, so maybe a big rig. You can hear the quarterback here from our field mic saying, hey, that's on me, O-line. I should have just ran that ball. So Lopez and the offense sent away. And the return game here. This one kicked into the backfield as you see the pellets fly up from the field. And a better decision that time by Jonah Dixon, letting that ball be brought out to the 25-yard line. You got to remember the way that play started out. It was a drive that started out inside of the 5-yard line after a poor return, and the ball was spotted down there. So to turn the Lobos offense away in that situation, that is huge momentum-wise. A 13-point game up to this point. Duran will continue in at quarterback. The running back looks to be Vashawn Johnson. A 3-high shell being on display as well. Quick pass coming back, and that's intercepted. The wide receiver didn't even look back for the ball. It was the defensive back running the route, Hendrick Less Jr. Merry Christmas on September 19th.
JP Zamora just was lost. Looks like he was seeing ghosts out there. Had his back completely turned to the ball. Just could not, wasn't even looking for the ball.
Yeah, he thought it was a run play. There was some miscommunication somewhere down the line.
And again, it's like the offense is just asleep at the wheel. This is not even autopilot. This is just a plane crash at this point.
And then an unsportsmanlike on Laney after the play. That'll move them even more forward. So just like that, a play later, we're nearly at the same spot. 1st down and goal from the 10. The defense, man, they're playing their hearts out right now, but they're getting no help.
As the Lobos have a chance to go up 20 points in this first half alone. It's getting scary to say the least for Laney right now.
Phone's ringing, gotta pick up the call. Quick pass to the far side. Able to stay on his feet through 1, 2 tacklers, 3, and brought down. And that was Marlon Hampton-Purfoy able to make the touchdown-saving tackle, spotted down to the 1.
Yeah, the defense can only hold on for so long. They've been on the field for most of this game. At this point, they got lactic acid buildup. They need a Tums. Some gas, some coffee, all that.
Heavy formation here out of the gun. Lopez facing the large front, and a form tackle made.
Got planted
by Caleb Hampton-Purfoy.
Yeah, he got planted into the ground right there. Shoulder in his spleen said, "You're going down today."
Enabon Worth with his second carry, or the carry on that play. Rotating in Ashton Murphy, the freshman, getting his first playing action. Had a nice start to the day, and the clock continues to tick down now. 1:06 counting down before the snap goes off. You'll be inside of a minute to play. No teams have used the timeout yet. Man-to-man coverage across the board. 12 personnel. The give off to the back. Trying to bounce his way to the outside, but had no space to go as Sharky Tamale continues to nosedive into that hole.
You know what happens when you put a dog in the corner? They start to bite, and that's what Sharky's doing right now.
Just like that, 3 downs off the board, and it's 4th down and goal. They're going to run this one all the way down.
Try to give Laney no chance to even think about coming back this half.
And honestly, yes, you would love another opportunity, but the way that the offense has gone with all 3 and outs to start this game, I think you kind of welcome it in this situation. Able to make some adjustments here at the halftime. And you know what they say, right? Halftime adjustments are what make great teams great. Monterey taking a timeout here on 4th down. Likely expecting to see a kicking unit come out to extend this to above a 2-score game.
Yeah, in spite of the score, the Laney defense has just been playing great football. It's just the offense haven't been doing them a favor in return.
Yeah, some adjustments definitely need to be on display, but you see why this team is on a 13-game winning streak coming up from the American Division, beating De Anza in that American Championship game last year. And as the team comes back onto the field, it looks like the offense will continue. So on 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line, the offense will come back out onto the field. And let's see if Laney can stop them once more. Settling for a field goal last time. It's Lopez out of the gun. The running back is Murphy. And the first timeout taken by Laney College. That you got them in your pocket. You don't get extra timeouts in the second half. Use it.
Yeah, use them or lose them. As coaches need to go over their formations.
Yeah, in this situation, you just see the alignment that they bring out, especially because they brought the offense instead of special teams. And you come out, you just dial up the perfect play in this situation. Talking to Coach, the defensive coordinator, and Coach Robert Crowley, he was talking about how switching from the offensive side to the defensive side this year, how defense is less about art and more about math. You got to make sure you have your numbers. You got to make sure you have your alignments. You got to make sure that your defense is fit into the right holes and the right gaps. You got to make sure you have the correct personnel. It's a lot more math than some of the whimsical things you see when you drop some of those displays on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. I say defense just has a rhythm to it.
Yeah, absolutely. As a former defensive tackle, I can tell you that rhythm is huge. Murphy's still in the backfield. They'll flip the sides of him alongside Lopez, and Lopez will pass it. A lob over the top, left wide open, and Ashton Murphy in for his first collegiate touchdown. A flag came in late, however. Will this be after the play, or will this be a hold on the play?
Yeah. the tiny 5'7" running back. Nobody was near him. He could have walked his way to the end zone.
So wait, what the officials say. The offense still staying on the field currently for the Lobos with 3.3 seconds remaining. And from the looks of Julius Robinson, it will be a touchdown. A wave off the flag. Wave off the flag in the defense. Ended up breaking that time, losing the 5'7" freshman, as you said before. Monterey Peninsula College goes up 26-7, awaiting the extra point.
As I can hear Lobos players saying, get out of here, beat the traffic. They're already talking about going home and playing 2K.
Able to knock down the PAT 27-7 with 3.3 seconds remaining. Likely going to see a squib kick instead of the end of the half. Well, this is why you've got 4 quarters to play. Yes, an explosive start for the Lobos to get this one going. The defense has had their moments, but you got to dial up something. You got to earn some more time on the field for your offense, really.
You know, I was taught that the game ain't over until the fat lady sing. And partner, I don't see my ex-girlfriend's mother singing.
It's a 20-point game, so there's plenty of time to still go. I might smell her.
Yeah,
something in there.
She was a smelly woman, I'll give you that.
A different returner. Now they'll just flip the side, so they'll send Jeremiah Ruffin to the left side where the kicks have been going and push Jonah Dixon over to the opposite side. I don't expect to see a kick. We've seen Laney College return a couple kicks this year, and it will be a squib. This one taken, and they'll continue to roll with it. Instead of going down, a flag comes in late. The return picked up from the 40, brought it to the 43-yard line. And it was number 88 on the return. That's the backup tight end, Damon Thompson. Let's see what this flag is on and if it'll bring us to the end of the first half of play. Will we get an untimed down?
As the Lobos are.
And it will be a hold, so they'll decline it. Lobos will get the ball at the start of the next half. And up to this point, it has been a game dominated by the team from down south. 16 first downs, 7 rushing, 7 passing, 2 of them by penalties. They've been a little hot and cold on third down, 5 for 13. They've gone for it 4 times already on fourth down, converting 3 for 4. And really, it's just a story of the offense unable to get anything going. 51 total plays for MPC compared to the 15 total plays of Laney College, and time of possession, man, oh so leaning into the direction of the Lobos. 21 minutes and 34 seconds compared to the 8 minutes and 23 seconds. And for a team that's been really leaning on their defense, you just can't leave them out there to dry.
Yeah, they just been put on an island. They're dehydrated. That lactic acid is building up. Their muscles are tightening. They're cramping. It's all happening at once, and the offense can't even give them a lick of help.
So with that, they'll send us to a halftime break. 3 touchdowns and an interception. 11 for 25 for 147 yards. Through the air for Manuel Simon Lopez. Mark Harris, the leading rusher, with 2 rushes for 41 yards. And we'll take a break. Be back on the other side for the second half kickoff here on Peralta TV. Back here on the field for the start of the second half, and let's get you caught up on all the action that's happened up to this point. Joseph Hernandez, after the first drive, got into great field position. Took 17 yards up the field before converting a long field goal. of 44 yards after that. A great stop on defense as Caleb Hampton Purifoy took a 68-yard interception return to the house. That resulted in the lone scoring of the game for Laney College. 7-3 as they took the lead on the very next drive. Kendarius Poe finally able to get a hookup from his quarterback, Simon Lopez, and got a 32-yard pass drop straight into his bucket to go up 10-7. From that point, Laney showing some fight, showing some reserve on defense, but the offense did not help them out. 3 and outs all the way through, allowed a 17-play, 92-yard drive to be capped off by a 10-yard pass to Julius Robinson, a 21-yard field goal after a 5-play, 23-yard drive from Joseph Fernandez, and then a 4-play, 10-yard drive delivered right into the end zone as Simon Lopez found Ashton Murphy for the touchdown. Now we'll get our opening kickoff. This one will go into the end zone. So the Lobos, after a hot start on the last couple of drives offensively, they line out to the 25-yard line, and we'll take a look at this defense once again. The defense coming out in a 4-man front. Look as Sharky Tamale is right there in the middle of the defense for the Eagles, but let's see, man. They've been playing their rear ends off all day long, but it's just they can't get some rest.
Yeah, Sharky Tamale has just been a dog for this Laney defense. It's just they've been left out to dry. Let's see if we can get a quick 3 and out and the offense can get something on the board.
Lopez with 18 yards rushing, and he's sacked down by Caleb Hampton Purifoy. 3rd sack of the year for KP. And there's a reason why he was the NCFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just like the first half started, some pressure and a takedown of 12.
Yeah, Purifoy just got sent on the blitz there. Found the easy open hole that a lineman left and just said, I'm going to get him down myself. Just with a nice sack right there.
And Amon Worth in the backfield. Looking to pass it again. Pressure off the back hip. And it is a completed pass after taking a whopping in the backfield. They'll pick up about 3 yards on the fluttered ball to Mark Harris. And man, they are getting their licks in early. We talked about how Simon Lopez being a part of the running game allows you to come up and lay those hits any given time he has the ball. We're seeing it on display by the Eagles defense right now.
It's 3rd down.
This is how you want to start 3rd down and long. A couple pressures, a sack, and the ball at the 20, making it 3rd down and 15. Empty look now for Lopez. Jet motion with the running back. It's a quarterback keeper wiggling his way down the middle of the field as he runs forward for a gain of 8. The rush from Lopez will send out 4th down, however. Eventually brought down by Braden Harvey. Man, he has been everywhere for that defensive tackle spot. 4 total tackles on the afternoon. That feels like it's wrong. I feel like I've called his name at least 8 times.
He's been having himself a great game today, as this defense has just been playing like men possessed right now.
Joseph Fernandez winding it up, and this one going out of play, likely be marked down close to the 35. They'll spot this one down to the 32-yard line, as that was a 40-yard punt off the leg of Joseph Fernandez. We haven't seen him punt too many times. But now let's see his halftime adjustments for these Laney Eagles. Have not picked up a 1st down up to this point. Starting from the 30, under center in the 2-back look. Play action fake, rolls out right. An easy pass, nearly. They were targeting 23 into the backfield. That is Esteban Duarte, one of those running backs that they bring in these situations, a bigger back. He was lit up on that spider 2-wide banana.
Yeah, Esteban just got put in sandwich formation as they just crushed them together right there.
Yeah, trying to get easy completions, but the coverage was there. The flat defender for the Lobos just perfectly played.
We just hope he's okay right now.
So with the injury timeout on the field, let's take the timeout as well. 12:48 remaining here in the third quarter of play. It's 2nd down and 10 on the other side on the Eagles' first drive here in the second half on Peralta TV. Back here on the field, able to get up under O's power. This one, Duarte out of Granada in Livermore. Trying to get his 5th catch of the year. Continuing to work under center. Hand up on the jet sweep. Taken to the corner, stiff arms the defender, able to turn the corner close to the first down. JP Zamora on the chuck play, and he'll pick up 9 yards. Zamora last week had an 80-yard jet sweep taken back, and they'll give him the full 10, so the first down of the game coming 33 minutes in.
Wait, this is the first down?
That's the first down for the Laney offense.
Glad to see it now.
Let's see if they can carry on with some momentum. They'll live in these heavy 2-back personnels. Sprint right for Durant. Durant to the sideline. Full stretched effort, but it looks like JP Zamora on his 2nd straight play was not able to corral it.
Yeah. Tried to fully outstretch the hands, but when he hit the ground, he hit it hard. Probably bounced the ball out of his hands right there, and that's a no catch.
Zamora, the preseason All-American 2nd team selection. Interesting story. 3-star quarterback out of high school. Went to Washington State before coming back and changing positions. Give up the middle. No room really to work for Marcus Jones as he picks up 3 yards. Cloud of dust for being taken down by Gideon Leantro.
And number 32, Zayden Crockett. It's 3rd down.
3rd down. Trying to get something going here. Working out of this 2-back pistol. Alexander's the tight end off the right side. Standing tall in the pocket, pump fakes, back pedals over the top, and it's caught along the sideline, staying in bounds out to the 30-yard line before being dragged out. An explosive play there by, that's Jonah Dixon, number 10.
Yeah, great job from Dixon right there. Your quarterback standing tall. He throws one up maybe a bit too high. Guess what? I'm going to get him paid. Jump up, grab it, then break a tackle, keep running, keep the offense going.
Offset eye with that jet motion. He'll pass out of this formation. Going low, and this one, just nobody home. Trayvon Ferguson was there. I don't know what DJ Durant was looking at.
It's 2nd down, Laney.
Slipped on his release is what it looked like as he fell down.
One thing I can say is that the Laney offensive line has only been looking more disciplined right now.
Give off on the end around. Bounces his way out to the corner. Couldn't keep his footing. Was Jeremiah Ruffin taken out right at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Devin Molinari, was there.
It's
3rd down again, just like that. Esteban Gutierrez knocked down a 47-yard field goal attempt from just about the same spot. It's a 20-point game. So I think this might start to become 4-down territory.
This is definitely 4-down territory. You're down 20 points. You need to make something happen.
Durant firing. Durant intercepted. The inside linebacker, Kyler Tweeten, stepped in front of that ball and took it away, trying to chase a tight window. And that window snapped right down on him. The most successful drive up to this point for the Eagles results in an interception. That is the first on the year for Kyler Tweeten.
And that is what you call a momentum killer. The Laney offense were putting on a great drive up until the pick from Durant.
Defense got a little bit of time to breathe in this situation now. They've been playing a lot of man coverage. Let's see if quarterback for the Lobos in Lopez will try to take another shot. This time was a handoff up the middle. That was taken down by Roman Gates. Roman Gates, a little bit of a quiet game. Typically you hear his name called all across the board, but a very nice play. Half a yard tackle for loss. Annabelle Worth just being hit before he even had a chance. This defensive line is eating, but the hardest thing is to get a consistent rush.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't say this team has struggled with.
Once again, knocking on the door. And the no soliciting sign being put up right now. It was the defensive end, Osana Veosaga.
I'm going to steal that line, by the way.
No soliciting?
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't say it with my full chest. I was a little weary.
You're a little weary of no soliciting? I'm weary whenever I see a no soliciting time.
Late substitution potentially. They're going to send a linebacker right here up into the box. Sending out a full-out blitz, and the perfectly dialed up screen pass goes to Julius Robinson, able to pick up the first down before it's Caleb Hampton Purfoy taken away. And honestly, that is just, it's backbreaking. It's the perfect play dialed up against an all-out blitz.
Yeah, perfect play. Get your playmakers in space, watch them go, and guess what? They win.
That is just the right play call dialed up for that situation. All the credit in the world to the offensive coordinator and head coach in Gallegos on that one. Pressure comes, taken down. Marlon Hampton Purfoy this time around. Another big hit. And the Eagles are starting to live in the backfield on this drive.
Purfoy gave the quarterback, 2 seconds to get that ball out?
The tackle just had no regards. He was caught dead to his right. Only officially the 3rd sack of the day for the Laney Eagles, but man, they have been putting pressure all about here on this drive.
Yeah, this front 7 for the Laney Eagles take no prisoners. We kick butt, they kick butt, and they take names.
Hand up the middle again. Annabelle Worth hasn't had much success today, only a gain of 2 on that rush. Annabelle Worth, the leading rusher in terms of attempts with 9 total attempts, only getting about a yard per carry.
Again, that's on the front 7 right there. You see Worth come out there. I think they're licking their chops a little bit. They know they can take him down in the backfield.
Down the shoot runs have not worked up to this point for the Lobos offense. Lopez fumbles the ball. Lopez avoids one defender. A diving attempt, stays on his feet, eventually wrapped up at the end of the play. It was Mason Lovett cleaning things up. The defense gets off the field after the interception.
Great job for Mason Lovett being able to clean up the play right there. Nearly became disastrous as the quarterback looked like he had room to run there if he was able to break out of the pocket.
Time to kick this one away. This one going towards the sideline. Joe Sanders will pick it up and reverse the field. Joe Sanders getting a gain of 8 yards on the play to bring the ball out to the 34-yard line.
Number 2, Isaiah Galatu.
40-yard punt and the 7-yard return. So a 33 net yard punt on the play for Joseph Fernandez. And at this point, I think you got to go back to what you're doing. But it looks like there's going to be a new quarterback in here. Trey Dimes, the freshman out of Vanden, getting his opportunity here. Dimes 6 for 8 on the year with 2 touchdowns. And now some young blood, but they will stay on the ground to try to get him settled momentarily. The tackle was made in the backfield by Broderick Johnson. as the carry for Marcus Jones.
It's second down.
Second down here. New quarterback in the game is Trey Dimes after DJ Durant went 2 for 12, 22 yards and 2 INTs. The Eagles offense continuing to work out this two-back pistol look. Standing tall in the pocket, throws a little too high and a quick out cut for a gain of 4 on the play. JP Zamora able to only get up 3 on the play, however.
JP Zamora. It's third down.
First pass completed here for Trey Dimes, however.
This is the type of situation every young player thinks themselves in. You're slotted as the backup, waiting to get a chance, and you do when your quarterback, when the guy over you doesn't have his best game. You got to take opportunities like this.
Yeah, it's time to eat right now for Trey Dimes. He's only come in really in garbage time up to this point. Now an opportunity to show his stuff. Rolling left, flips his hips, goes towards the sideline, incomplete. Unfortunately, the coverage was right there, and a big hit laid against JP Zamora. Steven Richardson was there. The punt will come out, so a change at quarterback, but it results in the same result, 3 and out. And as we got some camera issues here, we'll resolve it. We'll switch to a little radio call right now. End over end kick. This one bounces down to the 31-yard line. It'll take a Lobos bounce before eventually being brought down to the 32-yard line. So pardon us, folks. We're going to have to go a little radio as we try to fix some of these technical issues going forward. But fortunately, we got some guys that are versed in the radio game here.
Yeah, I may be just a tad versed in radio. KCRH 89.9 FM. I was told it's the East Bay's best variety, and my professor would kill me if I say it wasn't. So I'm just going to say the East Bay's best variety. My grade rides on it.
Lamont Lugin? Okay, I got it right. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Quick pass, and it's off the fingertips of the tight end there.
Your attention, please. The concession stand will close at the end of the third quarter.
Lugin alongside Max Agress here, bringing you the coverage here in the second half of play. Continue to chase down our technical difficulties. At the next timeout, we'll end up fixing this one. But up to this point, Joe Sullivan over with Peralta TV doing all his work. We love you very much, sir. Out of the shotgun snap, 3 receivers to the near hand side. The motion, the running back across the formation, it's a slot receiver. It's a 3-step drop, quick pass across the middle, and another drop ball. This time targeting number 92 on the play. That's the tight end, and Jesus Manciel.
Yeah, somebody dipped the Lobos receivers' hands in butter before they went out for this drive.
Eating some chicken wings at halftime. You still got that grease on your fingertips.
A little, maybe chicken, some of that duck, a little bit, maybe some turkey tails. Real greasy food item that is.
We were talking about it turducken earlier. Maybe they dialed one up early.
I have this hot link right next to me. It's ready to go.
Another 3-receiver look out of the shotgun snap. Continuing motion, that running back into play action. Fake pressure comes into his face, rolls out to his right-hand side, avoids the defender, eyes downfield, still here, turns the corner, hit alongside the sideline. He fumbled the ball along the sideline, and it was the pressure from Caleb Hampton Purfoy, able to force another 3 and out.
Yeah, this Laney front 4 just knows how to get pressure on the quarterback, get him out the pocket, and keep him running. This time nearly had the forced fumble right there. Couldn't quite capitalize on it since it went out of bounds. But here comes the punt unit.
And the punt unit comes out for Joseph Fernandez. High snap handled by his head. The high winding punt will be fielded down by Cho Sanders. It'll take a bounce and a sideways snap. Cho fighting for that ball as the ball continues to take a Laney bounce, getting about a 5-yard bounce in the direction of the Eagles, and they'll get this one down to the 46-yard line. It looks like the camera situation is fixed up here, so we'll switch back to our standard TV call for the rest of this one. Shouts out to Joe Sullivan doing his best trying to track down the issue. All the love in the world to our
at the 47-yard line.
Peralta TV crew. Get another look here at this young freshman out of Vanden, 3A state champions. Back in his time. The quick pass to the far side. Trey Dimes over to Ruffin. Ruffin, a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a shake, and a little bit of a pickup of 6 yards.
Ruffin.
Eventually brought down by Isaiah Galatura. 2nd down and 5, just past midfield. Getting Trey Dimes comfortable here. They're moving to more of a shotgun approach. Hand off up the gut, and the give over to Vashawn Johnson. Able to pick up 6 yards on the play, getting the first down.
About 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this game. It almost feels like this drive is make it or break it for the Laney offense.
Yeah, especially with the way that the college football clock runs down now. Quick pass, and this is a live ball. Cho Sanders, oh, they'll call it dead. Very fortuitous for the Laney Eagles as they tried to get a bubble screen down the near sideline to Cho Sanders, and he had to pick it up on the one skipper.
Yeah, the receivers today have been eating some shaking at halftime. Can't quite keep a grip on the ball.
Trey Dimes playing behind Kalani McLeod over there at Vanden. Very decorated receiver. One of the quarterbacks across the valley. It's good to see him get an opportunity here. Chest high snap. Rolls right, eyes downfield, turning up the field out to the 35-yard line, stays on his feet, lowers the shoulder. That quarterback took a hit and he delivered one as well, picks up the first down out to the 25-yard line.
Now, I'm not a fan of my quarterback running out the pocket and lowering the shoulder, but the man in me is over here like, you go Dimes, as he just kind of bulldozed his way to gain some extra yards right there.
At this point, you gotta earn your respect, and laying a big hit is how you earn it for a freshman. Opportunity to pass, blitz comes, and he's taken down. 2 defenders met him in the backfield, and it's a party in the backfield with Broderick Johnson leading the dance. Sent back now, the coverage just gave up on him. Vashawn Johnson remains in the backfield. Ball spotted down to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line.
Yeah, that felt like a drive killer. Let's see what Dimes has in him.
2nd down and 16, trying to use the hard count here. 13 seconds remaining. Looks to the near side. Quick pass, this one nearly taken away. Zamora did not attack that ball. Instead, it's Hendrick Less Jr. Man, these DBs for the Lobos are hungry today. They have been attacking the ball.
Yeah, Luss nearly got his 2nd pick on the day. Trying to pick his pocket like a thief in the night.
And with that, it's 3rd down and long still. 3rd and 17 on this so important drive. Last time Laney was in this territory, Durant threw an interception. Trey Dimes, the young freshman, facing a too high shell. High snap, time to throw, and it's too far behind, nearly picked off. They're right between 2 players. It was right between Ruffin and Zamora. And it was a defender able to get his hands on the ball as the offense will continue here on 3rd down and long. They feel like it's outside, 4th down and long.
Reluctant to go for it here. Probably not confident in the kicker's leg.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard call with a 52-yarder into the wind. He said it's do or die time. Hands on the head.
A play like...
And a timeout taken by the defense here. So a timeout taken by the defense. They saw something that they did not like. And that'll be the first Bird timeout of the half for Monterey Peninsula College. So with that, we'll take a timeout alongside with them. 27-7 the score with 2:35 remaining here in the third. Fourth down and long, 2:35 remaining.
Make it
Fourth and 17 from the 34. Fakes the draw, steps right, rolling right, eyes downfield, going for it all. And that one drifted a little too far out. The wind carried it. Zamora was actually in a spot where he potentially had an opportunity to make a play on that ball, but just that little bit of wind brought it too far out, and it was 3-on-3 crime as Devin Molinari eventually knocked that ball out of the hands.
Yeah, this play felt make it or break it, and it's broken.
The turnover on downs here. Trey Dimes laying his body on the line, but unable to come up with anything here. Quickly out to the field is Lopez once more. Jet motion. Handoff over to the back. Trying to turn the corner. The defensive end was right there. That edge discipline was perfect. And Marlon Hampton Purifoy able to make a stop near the line of scrimmage once more. It was actually Sharky Tamale. Honestly, those two names are almost synonymous. Marlon Hampton Purifoy and Caleb Hampton Purifoy are having heck of a games right now for the two brothers out of Berkeley. Sharky Tamale also getting his fingerprints all over this one. Two-back look now for Lopez. A mesh in the backfield, and they will give it over to the back. Nifty footwork for the freshman. Able to pick up a gain of 2 on the play for Ashton Murphy. And man, Murphy is putting everybody on notice. Braden Harvey eventually came there to make the play. Man, that 3 technique inside for Laney College tonight. He is having a heck of an evening.
Called it at the 37-yard line.
Ball spotted down to the 37-yard line on 3rd down and 7. 1:15 counting down. Same two-back shotgun look. Lopez, 5-step drop, down the sideline, into the hands, caught at the hash marks, and he's brought down to the 5. They bracketed the receiver in Julius Robinson, but he still found a way to get a step over the top. The first explosive play of the half for the Lobos.
Put that one right in the bucket. No chance of any Laney defender getting to that one.
59 yards on the throw, and it was all airtime down at the 5. Laney's turned them away the last 2 times. Quarterback keeper gets the angle. A late flag. It's a touchdown as it currently stands. Simon Lopez showing off his feet to enter the end zone for the first time today. Let's see if this is a hold. No signal yet. Holding offense number 5. They said 5, but I think I might have misheard it as this one brings it all the way back to the 11-yard line. It was one of the offensive linemen called. After the penalty, the ball spotted down at the 11-yard line. It's still 1st and goal.
It is first down, Lobos.
And Laney fighting for another down. 2 receivers tight to each side of the offensive line. Off his back foot, too far into the corner of the end zone.
Pass incomplete.
The intended receiver on the play was Ricky Gularar. Some good coverage on the top by the safety, Jaden Bridgewater. Man, those Bridgewater twins, they just keep getting better and better every single game.
And as a coach, that's one thing you always enjoy from your players. Just watch them get better, work harder. There's nothing better than it.
Yeah, especially at the JUCO level, you're coming here to develop and you're coming here to become better people as well as better ball players. Another go ball. Far sideline, a little bit of a tug at the end of the play, and they'll say no.
Laundry on the field.
Oh, a late flag. I did see a little tug as Kirkendall was in on coverage. And I think the sideline judge ended up saying that it was a bang-bang play and to have a discussion with the back judge.
Yeah, back judge saw the tug. Line judge thinks it's bang bang. And we're gonna have a nice old-fashioned debate about this.
Now the white cap comes in. And the flag is waved off. The line judge did have a better angle on the play, whereas the back judge was kind of trapped away on that A of the Laney logo. So, in my opinion, unbiasedly, that was a good no call.
It's a great no call.
Clock stops here with 29 seconds remaining. 27-7 the score here. Laney's defense trying to send the Lobo offense away once more. 2 straight incompletions here for Lopez. And Lopez will pass, 3-step drop, going right back inside, and it's brought in! What a terrific play for Kadarius Poe!
Yeah, Kadarius Poe just went up there and grabbed it.
Had tough coverage all the way over the top, and that is just Poe wanting it more.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator for Laney is a blood vessel's about to pop in his head after that play.
Honestly, that is kind of how the cookie continues to crumble. At the end of the day, it comes down to who wants it more in these 50-50 ball situations. The Lobos have been the one that are a lot more hungry up to this point. This one starting to get away. A 20-point game is something that you feel like you have definitely a possibility to come back into, but now as it dials up to 27, it is tough. At this point, you have to start dialing something up to get your guys going. You cannot allow your offense to sputter out once more. Coach Hag doing a good job getting a few, or attempting to try to get a few completions going for trey dimes early on, but this Monterey Peninsula defense, they are having a performance of the year right now. Time of possession starting to even out ever so slightly, a plus 12 in that category as it's 27-32 to the 15 minutes of Laney College. But Laney's offense, despite doing a bit better here, just having a tough time against this undefeated number 11 ranked team. We talked about this in the pregame, but the Lobos are coming off an 11-win season, winning the American Championship Bowl against De Anza College in that tough, low-scoring game. Head coach Ronnie Palmer had been there for a couple different years, turning this program around. Ended up taking an assistant job over at the University of Arizona under Coach Brennan, as well as Coach Alonzo Carter out there. Both of those coaches now in Palmer and Alonzo Carter in the running back room. Screen pass underneath, and this is exactly how it's been going all night long. Setting up the screen pass. Trey Dimes doing a good enough job being able to buy enough time, but They just cannot convert on the easy plays, and this is just uncharacteristic all about. Finishing my point momentarily, but losing your head coach, your offensive coordinator, and Adrian Gallego steps up as the head coach. He was the offensive coordinator for the last 2 seasons after spending 4 years under Troy Taylor, over up in Sacramento State. And this offense that was averaging 45 points per game last year, not quite the performance on the score sheet as we've expected to see. They've been putting up yardage but haven't been able to capitalize, and these chunk plays are capitalizing right now as they jump from the left guard of Laney's offense. Both these defenses have been doing such a good job today. The scoreboard is not going to relate compared to the amount of effort, the amount of heart, and really just how well this defense has been playing. Take away a couple plays.
Yeah, take away the explosive plays, and Laney's defense would be holding the Lobos under a lot less points.
And a nice explosive play that time, a 7-yard rush on the play by Davion Sanders before he was tackled by the defensive end, Ethan Wiley. Wiley, one of those guys that has had a great season up to this point. Hasn't had too many opportunities to make plays tonight because the defense has just been getting 3 and outs. But with that, the final 15 minutes on the board, it's 34-7. We'll take the timeout here on Peralta TV. Third down. It's third down and just about 3. They'll continue to work with the end arounds, putting his foot into the dirt. And Cho, man, 2 very physical runs as he continues to move the scrum.
And that's something you want to see from your running back.
Your slot.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong on that one, people. The hot lane's getting to me. But that's what you want to see from your players in general. You get wrapped up, you're getting taken down, drive those feet, plant yourself in the ground, and keep going. Become a GOAT.
The center in Adrian Van Hoos was slow to get up on the play after Big Rick Becker and the great training staff here at the Eagles facility. They're going to walk him off the field. This is going to be a little difficult of a situation. DJ Durant is back into the game after Trey Dimes went 1 for 5 with 5 completions. Did have that big run, but they're going back to their sophomore now. But now with a new center into the game, let's see how this snap operation happens. Under center in the offset eye. Continue to work with this jet motion. And it's a play action fake. Going for it all. Brings it in on the sideline. Oh, it's incomplete. JP Zamora has been running sprints down the field all night long. The ball placement was perfect, but the physicality of that defense continues to answer.
And that's just a story of this game. Both teams have been playing great, but when it comes to those explosive plays, those 50-50 balls, it seems like Laney just can't capitalize.
At that point, we've seen 50-50 balls tonight, but I don't even think that was a 50-50 ball. I think that was a perfect job on the ball placement by DJ Durant right in that turkey hole, but just unable to make the play. Handoff on the end around, has 2 offensive linemen in front of him, showing some patience as it was Ruffin doing a good job in this elongated running game on the outside. Starting to pay dividends for this Laney Eagles offense. A pickup of 5 on the play and a stoppage in play as well. Looks like there might be somebody down right in front of us. We can't see them past the sideline though.
It's a Lobo.
A Lobos player is down, and with the injury, we'll take the timeout as well here. 4:10 remaining, 34-7 the score here with the Lobos on top. It's 3rd down and 5 from just past midfield at the 48-yard line. Isaiah Galatira was the man that was shaken up on the end of the play. And it'll be an offset eye look once again. And off to the back. Makes a defender miss in the backfield. It'll fall down 2 yards shy of the first down. Vashawn Johnson, the only running back to pick up a first down today. On 4th down and 2, it's go time.
It's 4th down.
DJ Durant's going to leave the field. We're going Wildcat. 17 comes in, so that's Jace Taylor. This is the 4th quarterback this year that we've seen, the 5th quarterback. He's going to go under center. Handoff, left side, over to the big back, gets enough yardage for the first down. Felipe Bears, when you need it, he's giving it to you. Only his 5th carry of the year, but the 240-pound back out of Skyline, able to move the chains. DJ Durant will come back in after the moonlight appearance there. We saw Deontay Faison come in for a play against Butte. And now we're the 5th quarterback already. Play action. Duran late across his body. Space along the sideline for his tight end. Drags a man, continues to push to the 30. Another first down pickup on a 14-yard reception. And it's Elijah Alexander.
Great play from Alexander right there. Quarterback, no other options. The easy dump off as he takes it, runs down, and as he's getting tackled, keeps trying to fight for those extra yards.
And that's what you want. You gotta have that want. You gotta want to have that need. Duran, give over to the back. Julius Carroll getting his 2nd carry of the game, able to pick up for 5. Broderick Johnson continues to leave a tattoo out there on the field. 4 tackles, 3 of them tackles for a loss from Broderick Johnson tonight. Living in that 2-back personnel in the offset eye. Give this time over to the slot. Chose Sanders this time. Not much room to go with. And with the alignment of Monterey, I can see why they're continuing to attack these edges. It's almost like their defensive ends and edge players are almost lined head up against these tackles. Trevor Ferguson eventually got there, but it's 3rd down and 10. Continue to move the quarterback, and they'll throw back over to Alexander on the right side. Makes one man miss, takes his speed down the sideline, and he's in for the touchdown. Elijah Alexander does it all. Had some space alongside as the big tight end leaked out, showed the finesse, and he's in for 6, an answer for the Eagles, 34-13.
Number 83, Elijah Alexander.
Have yourself a play, big boy. 6'5", 235 out of Skyline.
Yeah, everybody loves a good big man touchdown.
So Duran comes back in after having a couple drives taken away from Trey Dimes. His veteran presence able to convert into 7 points as it's back to a 20-point game here with 11 minutes remaining. 3 timeouts in the pocket, and it's 20 points. So your defense needs to continue. They've been doing such a good job up to this point. You need to get a stop. You need to do it quickly. And honestly, at this point, you need to start feeding your tight end and Elijah Alexander.
Yeah, he's been having himself a great game tonight.
You know what they say. Sometimes you got to get away from the X's and O's and start getting to those Jimmies and Joes.
You got that from College Football 25.
No, I've been saying this for years, man.
Man.
I got 10 years broadcasting under my belt, and I've been using that one for at least 9 of them.
I'll give you that. Because I got that line from College Football 25.
Reese Davis giving you all that action there. It's really how it is, though. At some point, you just got to go your big playmakers. Brandon Niermeyer comes out, and the 2-kicker setup will result And a flag on the field. So this will be declined, and it looks like the Lobos will get this ball from the 45-yard line after the kick goes out of bounds. Nice looking attempt on that play and a semi-surprise onside. They sent out both of the kickers as Niermeyer was active coming off of an injury. Esteban Gonzalez has been doing a great job in his stead, so he stayed as the main kicker, but just a little too happy, putting a little too much leg there. It was Gonzalez Cruz.
After the penalty, the ball is placed on the 39-yard line. It is first down.
Ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line after the onside kick goes out of play. Tight bunch to the near side. Quick pass. Going for it again. Turns around, nearly picks that one off.
And that pass is completed somehow.
Wow, off the tip drill. Went off the fingertips of the defensive back, and that is just how the bounce has been going today.
Yeah, that ball was beautiful.
Yeah, Zion Johnson was all there, but at the end of the play, Julius Robinson's the one that's been able to celebrate. Robinson, he's been having a heck of a day up to this point.
Yeah,
130 yards plus the last play on 8 receptions, having a breakout day. Spins around, rolls right. And he's going to be spun down and sacked down by Roman Gates. Braden Harvey able to come into the party, and they take down the backup and Dominic Perini, who comes into the game. Lobos sending out their backup quarterback. 2 for 2 on the year for 26 yards for the former 2-star recruit. Had an FCS offer out of Stetson. Decided to stay closer to California instead of moving out.
It's second down.
Now Dominic Perini. A little counter give over to the right side before Sharky Tamale was able to get there. Looks like there's an injured player on the play. Looks to be Annabong Worth. Maybe a little bit of cramping here, but he looked like he's in some pain. Injury timeout, we'll take it as well here on Peralta TV. You just got to do your thing. Back here on the field, and it's quickly 3rd down and 14. Going for it all once again, retracing, and it's complete. Another deep ball, and it's in for the touchdown.
And when it rains, it pours, and the Lobos have been showering the Eagles today.
Jaden Hernandez, the 6-foot freshman out of Santa Rosa. A lot closer to home today. I'm sure his family's out there celebrating, and his team is loving it. 40-14. And man, that is a backbreaker. Slow snap, able to be brought down. The PAT is good. Dominic Perini, after facing some adversity, comes out and is able to deliver a strike. .9:12 remaining here. It has been Lobos all day long as they will continue and look to build their winning streak up to 15 straight games. That is an accomplishment and a half. Here on the kickoff. This one will be able to be fielded down. It's taken by Ruffin at the 11-yard line. Out to the 20 as he jumps over defender. A hard hit to the turf. A nice return out to the 33-yard line. I'm marking down at the 34. 23-yard return on the play by Ruffin.
Ball is placed at the 34-yard line. It is touchdown, Eagles.
It is first down here for the Eagles. And it looks to be DJ Duran once more. Duran found a little bit of success on that last drive as Alexander able to cap off the drive with the touchdown. 28-yard pass for the TD last time we saw him. And Duran, who's been mainly working under center here in the last drive, will be forced to work out of the gun now. Flipping his hips. And just didn't have enough arm underneath him as he was looking for Jeremiah Ruffin.
It's second down.
Short arms the ball here, and now it's second down with 9:01 remaining. Plenty of time to settle down. Play clock still upwards of 15 with the clock stopped. Duran scanning. Firing, and it's over to Alexander, and Alexander continues to fight away, not going down on first contact. Eventually cleaned up by Anthony Hobbs. Some of these rotational players now starting to trickle in for Monterey Peninsula. Third down and short. Operating out of the gun. And the quarterback continues to be on the move as Alexander somehow fights out of being lassoed. Alexander eventually brought down by Isaiah Galatira. So good to see him back in the game after leaving from an injury. And these are some of the things you like to see, though. You see guys stepping up, and then I can almost guarantee you Alexander next week will have a larger role coming on the offense. Coming into this game, he had 5 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. I'll update you on what he's doing today in just a moment.
Yeah,
on the check down, it's caught by Ruffin, and Ruffin able to turn his shoulders out to the 43-yard line. Anthony Hobbs made the tackle. But finishing my last point there for Alexander. 4 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown today.
Yeah, you gotta love it when the positional players who really don't get that much time have themselves a little bit of a breakout and try to get more time on this offense.
Yeah, well, Alexander has been getting a lot of opportunities here, but they just haven't necessarily been targeting him. He is the main tight end and has been in a lot of different sets. Nice block down the sideline. And a miscommunication between Jonah Dixon and the quarterback results in an incomplete pass. Brings up fourth down. Terrific block on that left side for Marcus Fetcho. He was a wrestler back in high school, and you could definitely see his sprawl as he got the pancake block.
It's second down.
Pardon me, I misread it. It's second down, not fourth down. The chain gain got me confused here. Duran able to avoid the first round of pressure. Throws it right before
And
the line of scrimmage.
off.
And yes, the chip drill continues. Like you said, it rains, it rains, it rains. And that rain is starting to block the vision. And just that's how it has been. Every single tip ball has found its way into the hands of a Lobos player. And a ton of energy and excitement from this team from down south.
Yeah,
Trying to eventually see the number real quick.
it's number 11.
So 11 is actually a quarterback. That was Harold Lust II, listed as a quarterback, but playing some
DB
defensive
to-
back, yeah.
Yeah. He can throw it, he can catch it.
Yeah, there you go. And on the first rush of this drive, Dominic Perini hands the ball off before Marlon Hampton Purifoy gets the stop. They'll continue to work Annabong Worth. He hasn't had the performance he'd like to see. Leader in terms of rushes on the year with 55 carries. That is first in attempts in the NCFC. The Lobos content to try to use up some clock. It was eventually swatted down by Marlon Hampton Purifoy once more. Hampton Purifoy, man. Both the Hampton Purifoy brothers have been getting it today. Both of them just so great at forcing turnovers and getting impacts outside of their position.
Ball is at the 31-yard line.
Ball spotted down at the 31-yard line. Trying to force a punt off his back foot. Finds his receiver for a gain of 4 on the play. The targeted player on the reception was Julius Escort. And he was escorted to the turf from Mason Lovett.
And the clock's going to keep running. We're down to close to 6 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, it will be under 6 minutes before this next punt is sent off. Late substitution here as Joe Sanders spots down at the 29. 4th down and 4. Joseph Fernandez has been showing off his leg in the kicking game, starting out with a 44-yarder. And now the second timeout taken by Monterey Peninsula College. So quick timeout on the field, and we'll join them alongside with it here on Peralta TV. We're back here for the punt. Getting the stop on some nice plays as Joe Sanders is going to have to retreat all the way to the 19-yard line. Turning up the field, and he was taken down. That looked to be a face mask, but no flag on the play. Sanders shaken up after it, yanked down there, and he is very slow to get up. It was 31 making the play. Willie Duke eventually coming to pick show up.
And Sanders is able to, they were able to lift him back to his feet. He's gingerly walking off the field.
Yeah, tough situation there. So happy to see Cho being able to get up on his feet and walk off. A little bit of a scary play there as he's yanked down. Good punt there, 47 yards through the air. After the 12-yard return, it's a 35-yard net punt. New quarterback into the game for the Laney College Eagles. And it's Jace Taylor who came in on that 4th down and short to give the ball over to Felipe Bears. Let's see what this freshman has in store. Taylor, the 6'2 quarterback out of El Cerrito. His first pass attempt will be completed down the far sideline. And he'll go forward for a gain of just about 4 on the play before Matthias Willis is able to get the stop. Joe Sanders back there on the field. That's good to see. Just shaking up for a moment. And Monterey Peninsula, pardon me, is going to take their final timeout here with 5:15 remaining. Head coach saw something he did not like on the defensive side. And we'll take a final timeout alongside with them. After the timeout, we're back here with 5:15 remaining, and it's 2nd down and intermediate. Give over to the right side. able to turn the corner before taking a hard hit. Kyrie Baker, the freshman out of American Canyon, his only rush of the year was a negative 3-yard rush, so it's nice to see him get a positive pop of the play, be able to pick up a first down. Still on at quarterback, this is his drive for Jace Taylor. The freshman out of El Cerrito will continue with some of these flat passes, stays on his feet after taking a hit, can't outrun the cavalry. It was number 89 on the reception, Marquez Richards, the 5'7", 145 freshman out of Clayton Valley.
Yeah, receiver got brought down right in Taylor's lap.
Yeah, tough play. Good job staying on your feet, but just couldn't get away. Taylor scanning, steps up, rolls to his right, throws it late along the sideline and just too far out for an opportunity from Marquez Richards. Incomplete pass stops the clock at 4:07. New running back into the backfield now as we get a first look of Treble Watts. Treble Watts, the 5'8" freshman out of Slidell Hill High School out in Louisiana. It's one of those out-of-state products looking to try to make a play. Laid over the top, this one through the hands of Jonah Dixon. Just like that, it's 4th down.
And while you weren't looking, Watts went out for Kyrie Baker out of Vallejo, California.
It's 4th down.
So it's 4th down. These are times when you can continue to work the playbook and see what you got dialed up. Unfortunately, Laney College has been in the situation far too many times tonight. Just 4th down, 3rd down, and way behind the sticks.
Yeah.
McAdoo time to throw. Firing the long ball, but his man stopped running. Picked off in the middle of the field, and that is another interception. This one is from the quarterback, Harold Lust II. Have yourself a day, young fella.
Yeah, I call that less of a pick and more of an arm punt right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was nobody in the area code where that ball was thrown.
We saw him come in at quarterback for one play, and now on the defensive side has made a couple great stops.
As the defense has gotten picks on all of the quarterbacks.
To think your reserve quarterback can come in and have 2 interceptions, but when you're getting an interception at defensive back, it's a whole different story. You're feeling good about it rather than coming off one off your arm.
Yeah.
The story of the day has just been the offense unable to hold their end of the bargain. The defense has been balling out despite the 41 points. It's the front 7, but this young defensive back core for Laney College has to continue to go back to the drawing board and continue to learn. That's just how it goes. You have a lot of talent, but unfortunately, the big balls have come the way of Monterey Peninsula College. Quick pass to the near sideline. It was over to Brian Picasso. Eventually tackled down by Caleb Hampton Purfoy, who's still out there making big-time plays. Able to pick up the first down on that reception.
It's 1st down, Lobos.
The running back in the backfield looks to be number 28, Slade Turn. As he'll stay in the block. Pass over to number 17. That is Isaac Ocampo Sabkolike. And of course, Caleb Hampton Purifoy.
That is a name and a half right there.
Say it with your chest.
I'm good. I'll take the L right there, partner. I'll take the L.
You're like, that's why I'm doing color today. I don't want to have to go ahead and say some of these names.
I'm already used to people being mad at me for mispronouncing the name.
11 total tackles here as the clock will go all the way down to the 2-minute timeout. Caleb Hampton Purfoy having a heck of a day for himself. But the 2-minute timeout sends us to our final break. 41-14, all Lobos here from Oakland, California. So as the sun has set, the wind has died down as well. Fortunately, we don't need sunglasses up here in the booth anymore.
Yeah, I took mine off a long time ago.
Yeah, after the half, that first half of a 5:30 kickoff is pretty rough as late pressure comes and a flag on the play. Dominic Pierini with pressure coming off the inside and outside. Braden Harvey credited with the quarterback hurry. Let's see what this flag is on in that position. It looks like it may be a hold. And the official is talking over to one of the coaches on the Monterey side. It looks to be marching them back, and it looks like it will be a hold. 1:53 counting down. And the ball will move back. Second down and 19 here at the 22-yard line. Dominic Perini, after coming in the reserve of Simon Lopez, who finishes the day 15 for 31, 237 yards, 4 touchdowns, and interception, alongside 10 rushes for 9 yards. Will leave the field here with his current stat line, 5 for 6, 66 yards and a touchdown, as the tackle made at the end of the play by Caleb Hampton Purfoy, who gets his 12th tackle of the evening. Laney College has done a very good job stopping the run tonight. That is something that they talked about having a lot of pride at, is not allowing the quarterback to get out in the rushing game, and they have held Simon Lopez off. This is his worst rushing performance of the year, averaging under a yard per carry. Obviously, the sacks have a role to play in that one as well. And finding a little sliver of space running vertically was Slade Turn. He was eventually tackled down by Jaden Bridgewater, as the starters are still here on the field for Laney College.
Yeah, if you can hang your hat on one thing, if you're Laney, you were able to get out there, stop the run, and force the Lobos to beat you in the passing game.
It's 4th down here. Some issues with the clock, so we'll see what's going on. And just in the natural nature of Oakland, California, out of nowhere, the Raiders chants coming from the crowds. Gotta respect it, baby.
Nah.
One nation.
There is a Niner fan in the booth.
You guys exist? I
I'm-
thought the bandwagon was full already.
There is no bandwagon. I've been on here since we drafted Alex Smith in 2005. I was here for Chip Kelly, all right? I was here for Tom Sula.
Bro, you're like 12. I
am
don't think you were born at that time.
I'm 20.
Yeah, you're like 12, bro.
I'm 20 years old.
Not kicking here on 4th down. It's brought down right at the sticks. Let's see if he's got enough. It looks like maybe by the nose of the football. It'll be enough. Getting out of bounds. No, the clock is running, so we did not get out of bounds. The clock will continue to go. So as the clock will go down, no timeouts left for Monterey Peninsula College. We're inside of the minutes of play. And likely going to see one more knee taken at the end of this one. Let's give you your final stats of the evening as well as a recap. 23 first downs to the 11. Laney College didn't get a first down in the first half of play, so all those came in the second. 3 for 13 on third down, 1 for 3 on fourth down. On the other side, 41%, 9 for 22 on third down, and 4 for 5 on fourth down. It was deep balls all night long off the arm of Simon Lopez that resulted in big plays and big situations, despite the fact that the score goes 41-14 here at our final as the clock ticks down. A very strong performance from this defense, or from the defensive front seven, I should say. The backfield ended up having some issues later in the night, but in all due respect, it was just better plays being made by the wide receivers. The defensive backs were there, but the tip balls, the 50-50s, they just went towards the Lobos all night long.
Yeah, you can't get lucky every day, as those are the type of odds I will take to the roulette table and lose all of my money.
Hey, you can't win if you don't play the game.
You don't win if you can't play the game.
Our defensive player of the game, Caleb Hampton Purifoy, finishing the night with 12 total tackles, had a pick 6 and a sack. Have yourself a day, maybe a second straight NCFC player of the game coming up. But with that, it puts a final here from Oakland, California, here on the campus of Laney College. Our final score, 41-14 for Lamont Lugin. Got it right on the final attempt there.
You got the last name correct. I'll give you that.
My name is Max Upgreis, bringing you the coverage. Shouts out to our support team of Joe Sullivan, doing a heck of a job being able to help us out and bring on these coverages. The next time we will see the Laney College Eagles won't be for a couple of weeks. Next time Laney will be at home will be on the 3rd, I believe, or the 10th maybe, against Foothill. I believe it is the 10th against Foothill College. So Laney College, a bye week and a game on the road. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you all so much for joining us today. It was 1 for Monterey Peninsula College as they extend their winning streak to 15. But as we close it out here at home, 2 claps. Ready.